Welcome to another episode of Corpus Christi Weekend News with your news anchor, Veronica, reporting on schools and celebrity birthdays. Christian with weekend sports, this day in history and national days with Joe and John Paul, saint of the day for Friday, Saturday, Sunday with Braden, fun facts with Megan. Also, a special report on Black History Month by Christian and Braden. So let's start the show.
Corpus Christi. Welcome to another episode of Corpus Christi Weekend News. I'm Veronica. We have a lot to share with you, so let's get started. Let's start with our weekend birthdays. On Friday, we wish a happy birthday to Abby Key. There are no birthdays on Saturday and Sunday. Happy birthday, Abby. Let's see what celebrities share your birthday. First, we say happy birthday to Transformer movies producer Michael Bay, basketball legend Michael Jordan, and pop singer Ed Sheeran. We hope everyone enjoys their special day. How about weekend sports?
Today, we still mourn the sad loss of the Super Bowl between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. At the end of that intense game, the score ended 38-35, with the Chiefs being the victor of that game. In the NBA, the All-Star game happens on Sunday with the Team Giannis versus Team LeBron. In the NHL, the Flyers play Vancouver on Saturday. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Christian. Let's get national days with Joe and this day in history with John Paul.
Hello, I'm John Paul with this day in history on February 17th. In 1904, Giacomo Puccini's opera Man and Butterfly premiered at La Scala Theatre in Milan, Italy. The young Puccini decided to dedicate his life to opera after seeing a performance of Giuseppe Verdi's Aida in 1876. In his later life, he wrote some of the best-loved operas of all time: La Bohème in 1896, Tosca in 1900, and Man and Butterfly in 1904, and Turandot, left unfinished when he died in 1924. Not one of these, however, was an immediate success when it opened it. La Bohème, the now classic story of a group of poor artists living in Paris garret, earned mixed reviews, while Tosca was downright panned by critics. While supervising a production of Tosca in London, Puccini saw the play Man and Butterfly, written by David Belasco and based on a story by John Leather Long. With a strong female character as center, he began working on an operatic version of the play, with an Italian libretto by Giuseppe Giacosa and Luigi Illica. Written over the course of 2 years, including an 8-month break when Puccini was badly injured in a car accident, the opera made its debut in Milan, February 1904.
Hi, I'm Joe with National Days for February 17th. National No One Eats Alone Day, changes annually. National Caregivers Day, 3rd Friday in February. National Cabbage Day, February 17th. National Random Act of Kindness Day, February 17th. Now back to the studios, Veronica.
Thank you, John Paul and Joe. How about fun facts with Megan?
I'm Megan Bader with Fun Facts of the Day. Did you know the average person laughs about 15 times a day? Your brain cannot feel pain, which is possible to have surgery on it without any anesthesia. And also, you blink about 16 million times in a single year. Around 30 million bacteria live on every square inch of the human body. You can see all of the planets with a telescope. And lightning strikes about 6,000 times per minute on the planet.
Thanks, Megan. Now saints of the day for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Hi, I'm Brayden with Saints of the Day for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Saint of the Day for February 17th, 2023. Saint Apollina's story. The persecution of Christians began in Alexandria during the reign of Emperor Philip. The first victim of the pagan mob was an old man named Demetrius, who was tortured and then stoned to death. The second person who refused to worship their false idols was a Christian woman named Cornita. Her words infuriated the mob, and she was scourged and stoned. There were many churches and altars dedicated to her. Apollonia is the patroness of dentists, and people suffering from toothache and other dental diseases often ask for her intercession. She was pictured with a pair of pincers holding a tooth, or with a golden tooth suspended from her necklace. St. Augustine explained her voluntary martyrdom as a special inspiration of the Holy Spirit, since no one is allowed to cause his or her own death. Saint of the Day for February 18th, 2023. Blessed St. John of Fiesole. The patron of Christian artists was born around 1387 in a village overlooking Florence. He took up painting as a young boy and studied under the watchful eye of a local painting master. He joined the Dominicans at about age 20, taking the name of Fra Giovanni. He eventually came to be known as Fra Angelico, perhaps a tribute to his own angelic qualities, or maybe the devotion tone of his works. He also served in the leadership positions with the Dominican order. At one point, Pope Eugenius approached him about serving as Archbishop of Florence. Fra Angelico denied, preferring a simpler life. He died in 1455. Saint of the day for February 19th, St. Conrad of Piacenza. Born of a noble family in northern Italy, Conrad, as a young man, married Euphoserine, daughter of a nobleman. One day while hunting, he ordered attendants to set fire to some brush in order to flush out the game. The fire spread to a nearby village and to a large forest. Conrad fled. An innocent peasant was imprisoned, tortured to confess, and condemned to death. Conrad confessed his guilt, saved the man's life, and paid for the damaged property. Prayer and penance were his answer to the temptations that beset him. Conrad died kneeling before a crucifix. He died on February 19, 1351. He was canonized in 1625. Now back to the studio.
Thanks, Brayden. Before we go, to celebrate Black History Month, Brayden and Christian would like to share the story of an amazing man, John H. Baker Jr.
John Haywood Baker Jr. was elected sheriff of Wade County, North Carolina in 1978. A former professional football player, with his election, he would become the first African-American sheriff elected in the state since the Reconstruction era. Baker held the office for 24 years from 1978 until 2002, also making him one of the longest sitting sheriffs in the country's history.
Baker was born on June 10, 1935, in Raleigh, North Carolina. He was the son of John H. Baker Sr., the city's first African-American police officer. In 1972, Baker, who played defensive and defensive tackle in the National Football League for 10 seasons, was inducted into the North Carolina Sports Hall of Fame.
John Haywood Baker Jr. died October 31, 2007 at the age of 72 and left behind his wife, Juanita Hicks Baker, of almost 50 years, 2 children, and 4 grandchildren. In 2008, the Wake County Public Safety Center was renamed the John H. Baker Jr. Public Safety Center.
Now let's get back to Veronica.
With that, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy your 3-day weekend. Remember to subscribe, leave a like, and don't forget to hit the notification button so you know when we drop a new video. For me, Christian, Megan, Brayden, Joe, John Paul, and the rest of the media team, have a great weekend.